this is Dr. Edie Stoughton, and welcome back to the Resource Library. This video presentation is about IEP Basics for Educational Professionals. It is a companion to our IEP Basics for parents, but it's geared to you, teachers, administrators, people who sit in IEP meetings and deal with all the legalities of the situation. One of the problems in IEP meetings is caused by the competing needs of parents and educators. Parents want communication. They don't want to be surprised or feel that they're out of the loop. They want you to talk to them about their child. I dealt with a parent who found out after a month that her child was missing recess for disciplinary problems. That teacher should have communicated with her, and we know that. It's just that we all get busy. But that's what parents want and need. Secondly, parents want to know that you care about their child. They don't want to think that their child is simply a number in the school. And I know you don't want that either, but they want to feel that. I remember, as probably many of us remember, sending my child off to school on the first day of the first year of school. And he had his little lunchbox, he had his little back to school outfit, he was all ready to go. And as I stood there in the door with tears in my eyes, my one hope was that the people in the school would care about him and treat him kindly. So that's what parents want very deeply. They also want to know that you're competent in your practice. They want to know that you know how to do what your profession is. So those are the three things that parents really want most of all. Educators want. You want. You want communication also. You want the parents to communicate with you, and you don't want surprises either. If there are things that happen at home, if parents are upset about something, if parents have unanswered questions, you want to be aware of that and you want to be communicated with. Teachers tell me they also want parents to understand that you can't perform miracles, that you can do the very best you can do, that with all the tools at your disposal, it is sometimes impossible to do a miraculous thing. But you're good, and you want parents to know that you're good. You want parents to have the knowledge that you're under constraints, that it's hard work, but that you are a conscientious, caring professional, and that they can trust you. So, here are some issues that I hear through my conversations with many educators that you deal with when it comes to writing an IEP and creating an educational plan. First of all, it's really hard to keep up with the changing, complex law. With all the other things that you have on your plate, special education law is long, constantly changing, and doesn't always address specific situations that come up. So it's very hard to interpret that law and keep up with it on a regular basis. Teachers also are expected to know everything about a wide variety of disability issues. Parents think that you are all wise about what this disability is, how to deal with it, what are the best strategies, what are research-proven ways to handle it? And I know we all do the best we can, but there's so much new information out there that you struggle and work hard to keep up. Teachers also, educators are also concerned sometimes about parental demands that can't be met. Parents want so much for their children. And they want sometimes things that just are impossible to deliver. So that can be very frustrating and actually heartrending for educators to have to explain that something can't be done. You also deal with the high stakes of writing that IEP. This is a legal document, it's a contract. You don't want to, it's hard to worry about, are you doing everything correctly according to the legal dictates of the law? And the final thing that you're dealing with is a lack of resources. As we all know, more and more, you're expected to do more with less. And it's a hard job. I know it's a hard job. And I know you give your hearts to it. And it's very hard to see that sometimes you're balancing needs that you wish you didn't have to balance. So what are some ways that you can make this process work better, given what you are dealing with, what parents are dealing with, and the conflicting needs? Well, make sure you do your homework before the meeting. Make sure that you know as much as you can about the child, about his specific condition, and about strategies that can be used to help him. But if you don't know something, admit it. Parents would far prefer you to say, I don't know that, but I will go try and find out, than for you to not admit that you don't know. And there's so much to know that I'm assuming that there are things that none of us know. You need to keep the child at the center of your conversation. If you have to deny a service, you cannot legally deny it because of money or because of lack of resources or because of time. The law doesn't let you do that. So even though you do have 30 or 35 students, that's not a good reason that a parent will accept for why you can't do a certain thing for their child, even though it's reality. If you have to deny a request or make an adjustment, make sure that you are doing that and explain that you're doing it because it's better for the child. And that's what the child needs, not for any other reason. Be honest and realistic. Only commit to what you can do. This is a very important one because I know as a special education teacher, my heart was all out for doing whatever I could to help the students. As a head of a school, I wanted that school to do whatever it could do to benefit our students. But you can't do everything. And if you, out of the kindness of your heart, commit to something that can't really, in reality, be accomplished, then you've set up a situation where the parents are upset, where they're saying that, well, I promised and it didn't happen. So be realistic. Think through what can you really do realistically and what are you unable to do. Listen with your mind and your heart. Parents can sometimes be demanding. They can sometimes be unrealistic. They can sometimes be difficult. We all can. I'm a parent and I'm a grandparent. And you love that child so much. Teachers need to understand that. Even if you can't agree to everything, you need to be able to hear through the words and hear the concern and love that that parent has for that child. So be firm, be professional, but hear what they're really saying and understand where they're coming from. You need to keep accurate notes as another suggestion for future conversations as to what you agreed or did not agree to. Time passes, people get busy, people get distracted, there are misunderstandings, and you may hear that a parent is upset because you didn't do something that they thought you said you would do. So keep notes. Keep notes about what happens in the classroom. Make sure that when you meet with parents, you can deal with specifics. What the child can do on a given day, what happened at a certain time, what didn't happen at a certain time, not just dealing with generalities like he's having trouble reading. So have those specifics, have those notes. It will be very, very helpful. And finally, build a team with the parents. You need them. You need them in your corner and helping the child just as they need you. You need their support, and you need their acceptance of what you're doing, their attempts to understand what's happening. So have a positive attitude, build a team, be professional, as I know you are, but be firm, but be understanding. And I think that will make the whole process go better for you. Thank you.